Hey guys, thanks so much for watching. Today I'll be doing a very smoky eye, contouring, and of course highlight. Let's get started. So to prep my skin, I'm using Swisse Rosehip Moisturiser with organic rosehip oil, and it makes my skin feel amazing. It is super hydrating and smells beautiful. I'm using Natural Glamour Perfecting Primer. This literally makes my skin feel like velvet. If you haven't already got it, get on it. It is amazing. I just got it from Priceline. Here I'm using Napoleon Memory Foundation in the shade Dark. It's light to medium coverage, but it makes my skin feel nice and dewy. And I'm just blending all that out using a damp beauty blender. And I'm just going over that with Natural Glamour Compact Cream Foundation, also in the shade Dark, just for a bit of extra coverage. This stuff lasts all day without creasing or going cakey or patchy. I love it. Here I'm using Napoleon Concealer, and I'm using the yellowy shade just to neutralize my skin tone. So I'm mainly using that on my eyelids as a base for my eyeshadow, and just, as I said, to neutralize the skin tone a little bit. And I'm using MAC Cream Concealer in the shade NW20, just forming triangles under my eyelids, putting some on my forehead, bridge of my nose, cupid's bow and chin, just places that I'd like to highlight. I'm also blending a bit of that onto my eyelids. Now this is a mineral powder that I bought from Shop Miss A. I think the brand is Santee, and I use it just to bake my concealer to prevent any creasing. It is really finely milled and it's beautiful. On my Lorac Mega Palette, I'm using the shade Sepia as a transition shade. If anyone watching, if you're of a similar complexion to mine, it's perfect because it shows up on our skin as a lovely transition shade without having to use basically any, much product at all. I'll be alternating between my Lorac palette and the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette. On my crease there, I applied some milk chocolate and salted caramel from my chocolate bar. On the outer section there, I'm using a bit of hazelnut from my chocolate bar palette. And then I went in on the inner part of my eye with a mix of cream brulee and a bit of hot chocolate. And then I went in with a clean, large, fluffy brush with the shades Mulberry and Dusty Plum from my Lorac palette and just blended everything together. I'm using my NYX black eyeliner pencil and just lining my waterline. This is great if your eyes water a lot like mine because it stays put without giving you panda eyes. Using a flat blending brush, I'm just using the shades Mulberry and Dusty Plum from my Lorac palette and smoking that out. And then I went over with a bit of cream brulee, hazelnut, and hot chocolate. I think I put in a bit of marzipan as well from my chocolate bar and just blended all of that out. So here I'm using my Face of Australia Budge Proof Gel Pot. I had to pause it and do my winged liner separately because my face usually ends up out of the frame. I have to work on that. I'm just applying some mascara, and this is Essence I Love Extreme Lashes. This is seriously one of my best mascaras I've ever owned. It just elongates my lashes really easily. Here, this is Models Prefer Contour Stick in the shade Contour. It's super creamy, it blends really easily, and I'm just applying it to hollows of my cheeks under my jawline, bridge of my nose, and along the top of my forehead. And I'm just going over the cream contour with Natural Glamour bronzer in the shade Winter. It came with this cute contouring brush, and I just wanted to add a bit more oomph to my contour, so why not, right? And I'm just going over everywhere that I contoured. So here I am using a baked eyeshadow that I got from Shop Miss A, and it's Giove USA. It's a beautiful white eyeshadow with gold flecks in it, and it's super pigmented. I'm using it in the inner corners of my eye and underneath my brow bone. When I do the other side, you can see how pigmented it is. It's beautiful. And I'm just blending that in. And I'm using my Too Faced Sun Bunny bronzer with a large fluffy brush, just to create a healthy glow. And the blush I'm using here is by e.l.f. in the shade Peachy Keen. Obviously just wanted a bit of subtle glow because I'm going for a natural look. And my favorite part, I'm using a large fan brush here to highlight my face. I'm using the Chi Chi Extravaganza palette, and I tried really hard not to get carried away. I love highlight, but I mixed about 3 or 4 of the highlight shades and just applied that to the highest points of my face. So my cheekbones, just under my brow bone, a little bit on my cupid's bow, bridge of my nose, and my chin. And here I'm lining my lips with BWS, or Be Yourself, lip liner in the shade Raisin. I'm lining and filling my lips. And I'm going over with my MAC matte lipstick in the shade Twig. I love this shade. I think it suits all complexions and is a beautiful everyday shade. Sometimes when I'm going out, I just add a bit of clear gloss to it for a bit more glam. And I am just setting my face using Australis setting spray. And that's me done. Hope you enjoyed. Leave any comments or questions below, and I'll see y'all soon.